Okay. So the plan is Jack Benny TV and Final Fantasy 2. Wish us luck. Whatever.
From Hollywood.
In a world where chaos reigns, and connections seem fleeting, one visionary endeavor seeks to bring us all together, Zen Theater Live After Dark. Harnessing the transformative power of artificial intelligence, the timeless charm of radio theater, the wisdom of books, and the excitement of video games. Zen Theater Live After Dark illuminates the path to enlightenment and fosters a sense of unity among its audience. Through this unique fusion of storytelling and interactive experiences, we aim to nurture personal growth, improve learning, and inspire a peaceful existence. Guided by your obedient servant, Sebastian Saint Serapian Smalls, we embark on a journey of self-discovery. But where do we begin? Begin by simply listening, slow down, see just how peaceful today can be. Together, we shall create a harmonious community, bound by shared passions and a desire to elevate the human experience. Sebastian Saint Serapian Smalls will be there, to the end of the line, my Valentine, guiding you on this journey towards a more serene and enlightened tomorrow. Catch you guys on the flip side.
Begin by simply listening, slow down, see just how peaceful today can be. Thanks so much for swinging by. I am your host, your obedient servant, Sebastian St. Smalls. The plan for this one is Final Fantasy 2. Jack Benny television. We should be able to watch forever until one of us dies, and we should probably go to the fridge to get snacks before that happens. Thanks so much for swinging by. Catch you guys on the flip side. Wish us luck.
The Jack Benny Program.
Simply Nourish is a high-quality, truly affordable option for your pet's food.
Ken Murray and his sponsor Anheuser-Busch, makers of Budweiser, are glad to relinquish their sign tonight so that we may bring you this special telecast of the Jack Benny Show. Ken Murray will be back again as usual next week at the same time. For the first time on television, the Jack Benny Show, brought to you by the makers of Lucky Strike.
Be happy, so lucky, be happy, so lucky, like be happy, so lucky strike day.
Hi, neighbor. This is Snooky Lancer. You made your plans for Halloween yet? Well, so have we, and we're on a coast-to-coast hookup right now.
I'll bring your yours on Tuesday night, don't hide behind the screen. I'll bring you Cactus Lucky for a happy Halloween. Be happy.
their smoke would light me up so gaily. These luckies are so rich and mild, I smoke a carton daily.
Be happy, so lucky, be happy, so lucky, strike, be happy, so lucky, so lucky, strike today.
Yes, sir, there's just no doubt about it, neighbor. At Halloween or at any other time, when you've got luckies on hand, you're bound to have a happy time of it. Why? Because you just can't beat that wonderful combination of perfect mildness and rich, true tobacco taste. Now, you take that mildness part a lucky gives you. Well, a lucky gives you perfect mildness every time. That's what I said. And that's what those scientific tests say, too. Remember, they prove luckies are milder than any other principal brand. And as for that rich taste of Lucky Strike, why, shucks, you can find out all about that just by lighting a Lucky Strike. Say, how about that? Join me in a Lucky right now. Learn what a difference truly fine tobacco makes in your own deep-down smoking enjoyment. Because only fine tobacco can always give you both perfect mildness and rich taste. And partner, LSMFT. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. So why don't you be happy? Go lucky. Try a carton today.
Be happy, so lucky, be happy, so lucky, strike, be happy, so lucky, so lucky, strike today.
65th Street and Broadway. Let them off, please. Don't block the aisle, let them off.
Did you see who just got off the boat? Yeah. He's certainly a cheap guy. I asked him for his autograph and he charged me 8 cents.
Go to the bakers and go to the church. Go we're the sportsmen from the radio. We've watered, and we've gone berserk to make those Lucky Strike commercials go. What we do to a song is really sad. What other business pays you to be bad? No business might show, business might know, business we know. Rochester, Don Wilson, and Jack Benny, Dinah Shore, and all the stars you'll meet. As for money, we get hardly any. We work for penny, we gotta eat. There's no trouble like our trouble when we try to collect. We'd be better off if we were home in bed, but no, not us to television instead. Here comes Manny, now don't read the words we said. Let's go on the show.
I'd give $1 million to know how I look. Well, it's too late now. But ladies and gentlemen, I must tell you before we start the show how I happened to get in television at this time. You see, all last year it got to be a little bit embarrassing because, a lot of my fans would write to me and my friends would ask me, they want to know why I wasn't in television. They want to know if I was afraid of it. If I was nervous about it. I mean, it was ridiculous, really. No, I wasn't nervous or afraid. It was my sponsor who didn't have the nerve. But, of course, now that we're in it, he's really going to plunge this time. I'm going to be on television once every 8 weeks. To do a television show, so don't expect to see my program advertised on your television page in the newspaper. You'll probably find it on your calendar under full moon. the thing that I like about this medium, it's going to bring me into New York, at least 4 times a year. And that's the one thing I'm not saying it. Now, really, I'm not saying this because you're sitting here, you know, but I love New York. I don't know, you've got to get away from California once in a while. You see, I love it there, too. But here, there's so much excitement in New York. I don't know, but, guys, I've only been here 10 days, you know, and $30 went like that, you know. Next time I'm coming alone. Of course, I know what you're laughing at. You know, you probably listen to my radio program and you think that I'm stingy and miserly. And, of course, that is a character, ladies and gentlemen, that I assume, no, really, purely for your entertainment, because I'm not stingy or anything like that. Although I must say that while in New York, I do have to be a little bit careful about expenses. You see, as a matter of fact, right now I'm sort of roughing it here. I'm living in a modest place. I have a room overlooking the beautiful Sherry Netherlands Hotel. I thought it was better than paying the Sherry Netherlands prices and overlook the dump that I'm living in. But I mustn't stay out here too long. I have to sort of be the MC for this. I really don't need these glasses. I just use them for seeing. Holy smokes, there's an audience here. But of course, you know, most comedians, I know that, I meant to say this before, are always nervous. I've watched their first shows, you know, most of them are nervous, but I'm not at all. I feel this way I am. I mean, this is my character. You see what I mean? If I'm a success tonight, all right. You know? If not, I'll kill myself. But the reason that Mary, how do I look? Now, the reason I have this card here is because during rehearsal, you see, we've changed the show around so many times that I keep forgetting what comes on next, see? So, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to introduce next a fellow who has been with me for about... Pardon me a moment.
Joe, move light number 5 a little to the left. He's getting too much shadow on his face. And another thing, don't shoot from that side camera. So you can't take a profile. It makes him look lousy.
Look. Oh, pardon.
Everything else is okay.
Look, mister.
I ain't so late. Hey, when you come to New York?
What are you doing here?
I'm saying hello to my aunt in California.
Look, this is a live show. You see, we only go as far as St. Louis or Kansas City. Doesn't go. This probably won't reach California for about 2 weeks.
Oh, I was talking to a critic during rehearsal, and he said if the wind is right, they may get it tonight.
You know, if he trimmed his mustache a little, he'd look like Mary's sister, Babe. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I started to present, I know you'll be very, very happy to meet my radio announcer. Now, I've been in radio 19 years, and he's been with me 17 of those 19 years. Don Wilson. I was just telling all the folks out there that you have been with me 17 of my 19 years in radio.
Well, thanks, Jack. And I must say those 17 years have been very happy ones.
Well, thank you, darling.
Not fruitful, but happy.
Yes. Yes.
Jack, I'd like to add that I hope I'll be with you for 17 years in television.
Well, Don, we can't be sure of that. I hope so, too, of 17 years, so let's at least make the most of this hour now. Of course, I'm not nervous, Don, as I was telling him before about television, because of my experiences in the movies. You see, as a matter of fact, right now I have a 10-year contract with Warner Brothers, and there's a clause in it that permits me to do television shows.
Oh, really?
Yes. That was good, the way you said that. Two words and what he made out of. So, yes, John, this is right under the clause that prevents me from making pictures. See, I didn't realize when the horn blew at midnight that it was blowing past. But look at Don. Would you like to...
Anyway, Jack, getting back to television for just a moment.
I'm glad you got me out of that.
I think we're going to find the things we did in radio won't always fit here.
What do you mean, Don?
Well, now, for instance, on radio, you always talked about how fat I am. And you got laughs talking about how many chins I have. Now everybody can see I only have one.
Yeah. Well, I thought the makeup man did a marvelous job cementing them together. But look at Don, would you like to introduce the members of the show, the cast?
Oh, yes, indeed I would, Jack, but right now it's time for a commercial.
Already?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then I'll leave you alone.
Oh, no, Jack, stay right here. I want you to help me.
With the commercial?
Yes. Do you have a package of Lucky Strike with it?
Well, I generally have. That's all right. I should have a package. Is some... Oh, thank you. Now, they're always ready. Always. Now, what should I do now? What do I do?
Jack, I'll explain it to you. Come here just a minute.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Oh, well, go ahead. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your cigarettes. Enjoy truly fine tobacco that combines both real mildness and rich taste in one grand cigarette, Lucky Strike. Only fine tobacco gives you both real mildness and rich taste. So, friends, be happy. Go Lucky.
LS-MFT.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. For real deep-down smoking enjoyment that comes from truly fine tobacco,
Can I
it's
change
Lucky Strike. Yes, go right ahead, Jack. Change is perfectly all right.
Okay.
Now, scientific tests prove Lucky Strike is milder than any other principal brand. And why?
LS-MFT.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Thank you.
Well, Don, that was just one. You can even have it. Thank you very much. Thank you, Don. That was really great. And now that you got your little message over, now would you like to introduce some of the stars? Like Dinah Shore. Would you like to introduce Dinah Shore?
Indeed I would, Jack, but I thought you told me you were going to have Olson and Johnson as guests.
Well, we were going to have Olson and Johnson, but they had some silly comedy idea of blowing up the theater. I was afraid of it, you see. So we're having Dinah Shore instead.
Well, this happened a couple of days ago then, didn't it?
Oh, no, Don. You see, this was about 3 weeks ago. See, I was home in Beverly Hills, you know, and I realized the time was getting short, and I ought to do something about getting a television show together, you see. So
Hello, Polly. When whippoorwills go, can't hear them at all. I'm busy.
You know, go our way without my homicide.
He's coming to you. You want to put attention to yourself.
From morning till night.
Because
long as it's right, I'm working my
Because now you can add Disney Plus to for just $2. Catch it here at the end, or even better together. Let's give the galaxy one more shot with the new Disney Plus one. Plan starting at just $9.99 a month.
Mr. Benny and me, and Polly, we're happy in mind. Blue heaven. Work, that's all I do around here 7 days a week.
Mr. Benny and me, and Bobby Dexter.
Ah, shut up. You can't see or hear anything without repeating it. Always got your beak in somebody else's business. Mr. Benny President, star stage, screen, radio, and television during the full moon. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Rochester. This is Susie.
Hello, Susie.
Rochester, can I talk?
Yeah, Mr. Benny's down at CBS telling the executives what he's going to do on his first television show.
Oh.
Susie, you're not calling off our date for the night, are you?
Oh, no. I just wanted to know if you can get Mr. Benny's car for tonight.
Susie, I wouldn't use the car tonight. You see, Mr. Benny drove it down to CBS this afternoon.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, we have a rule in this house. If we take the car any place and it brings us back the same day, we don't press our luck any further.
Oh, well, all right then. I'll meet you at 8 o'clock anyway.
Okay. Oh, say, Susie.
Yes?
Be sure to wear that same blue satin dress you wore the first night I met you.
But Rochester, that dress is so tight.
Yeah. Well, we'll just see you tonight. Goodbye. Well, I'm getting to work, but the boss ought to be here pretty soon. George Washington, Jack Benny, and Abraham Lincoln. Two presidents and the honorary mayor of Cucamonga. Uh-oh, here comes the ball now. Mr. Benny, are you all right? Hey, boss. Boss, are you all right?
Rochester, what are you yelling about?
Boss, what? Oh, you're all right.
Yeah.
Oh, how things go at CBS today?
Oh, fine, Rochester, wonderful.
Oh,
Everybody was trying to be so helpful. And I appreciate it, too. You see, this medium is entirely different. I mean, that's the way they explained it to me. You see, in television, you're not supposed to be conscious of a studio audience. You know, you're supposed to look like you're not entertaining anybody.
Boss, I saw your last rehearsal. You got nothing to worry about.
Thank you, Rochester. But one show under my belt and everything will be all right. I'll have a lot to do after that. Oh, hello, Polly. Daddy didn't mean to neglect you. How do things go today?
Count the fruit. Count the fruit.
What?
Count the fruit.
Rochester, did you eat a banana? Rochester, answer me. Did you eat a banana?
Yes, boss, and I might as well tell you I ate an apple, too.
An apple when?
Last July.
Last July? Well, why tell me about it now?
What's the difference? You'll find out about it in January when you take inventory.
Rochester, I don't mind you taking through it. I just want you to mark it down in a book so I'll know where I stand. That's all. Ah, Polly, you're going to be proud of Daddy pretty soon. Daddy's going to go on television, you know. Oh, isn't that cute? She laid an egg.
Gee, I hope it ain't catching. Say, boss, would you like to have me fix you something to eat?
No, just a sandwich is all right, Jeffrey. I'm not very hungry. I'll get the door. Come in. Well, hello, Mr. Kitster. Hello. Well, come in. Thank you very much. Say, this is really a surprise. I mean, what are you doing in this neighborhood?
Well, I heard you're going to New York on television, so I just came by to wish you a very happy video.
Oh, well, thank you very, very much. Sit down.
Thank you
Sit
very
down.
much. Oh, my, how I envy you going to New York. What a city, what a city.
You come from there, don't you, Mr. Kitso?
Not exactly. You see, I was born in a suburb of New York.
A suburb of New York? Which one?
Ellis Island.
Well, look, you couldn't have been born in Ellis Island. I thought that's where immigrants just passed through.
Oh, in those days, they held you up a long time.
Oh.
Look what we got.
That's all right, Polly.
The first time I ever saw a burglar alarm with feathers.
She didn't mean anything. Really, help yourself.
No, thank you. I don't want to make the Polly nervous.
Well, you really like New York, eh, Mr. Kitso?
What I wouldn't give to be back in New York, to walk once again down Broadway, to see those theaters and those crowds and that big electric sign in front of the Times building.
Oh, you mean the sign that has all the news on it, you know, that goes by in lights?
That's the one. What an invention. What other corner of the world could you get hit by a car and read about it while you're laying there waiting for the ambulance?
That's right. It's the only place it can happen, right? What are you looking for, Mr. Kitso?
A cigarette.
Oh.
Oh, here.
Was that empty again?
Just recently empty.
Yeah.
Mr. Benny, you got a cigarette?
A cigarette? Why, certainly, Mr. Kitso. Of course, right over here. Come right here.
From the machine?
Yes.
Maybe in Beverly Hills it's fashionable. Well, Mr. Benny, I guess I got to be running along now. But before I go, I want to wish you again good luck on television.
Well, thank you. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Kitso. It was awfully nice of you to drop in.
Nice to be here.
Well, goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr.
Come again.
Benny.
See me again. a nice guy, that Cisco, isn't he? All right, leave it right over there, Rochester. I gotta figure out what I'm going to do on my show. In the first show, I haven't got it figured out yet. Now, first, I've got to have an Miss Higgins, use the bendix on the end. The others are reserved. On my first show, I'm going to have, I'll have the overture, and then I'll, Rochester, you've been putting a little too much gluing in my murine lately. And then I'll have the quartet, and I'll have them sing something about show business, maybe the quartet, a number about show business, and then, see, my teeth are beautiful. And, I knew I forgot something. Hey, Rochester, Mr. Paley wanted me to get a guest star, and I promised him that I'd try and get Dinah Shore. Let's see, I know I got her number here somewhere. The Dinah Shore.
Rescue 71116.
Quiet, Holly. The Dinah Shore.
Rescue 71116.
Holly, quiet. See, oh, here it is, Dinah Shore. Rescue 71115. There. Rescue 71115.
What number did you dial, please?
Oh, Crestview 71115.
That number has been changed to Crestview 71116.
Okay, ring that number, will you, operator? Hello, I'd like to speak to Dinah Shore, please.
This is Miss Shore speaking.
Oh, hello, Dinah.
Hello, who's this?
Yes.
Well, I haven't the faintest idea.
Well, try.
Well, look, I don't know who you are, and I'm
Now, look, I'll give you a hint. About 6 years ago, you were making pictures at MGM, weren't you?
That's right.
Well, now, who had the dressing room next to yours?
Oh, hello, Ava.
No, look, Dinah. Ava Gardner had the dressing room on one side of you. Now, who had the one on the other side?
That was the washroom.
Only part of it. Look, Dinah, this is Jack Benny.
Oh, Jack, hello. I haven't talked to you in a long time.
Oh, it's been almost a year now.
That's right.
Now, look, Dinah, here's why I called.
Well, look, Jack, if it's about my Christmas cards, I've already...
No, I was going to call you about that later. Now, Dinah, the reason I called is because on October 28th, on Saturday, I'm going to do my first television show, and I'd love to have you as my guest.
Well, Jack, I'm very flattered. How'd you happen to think of me?
Well, I saw you on Bob Hope's program about 6 weeks ago. I thought you were just wonderful.
Thank you.
And, of course, Dinah, between you and me, I would have never let you do that last number, you know. That's the one.
Which one was that, Jack?
The one where you were dressed in those tight slacks and you kept walking up and down the stage, swinging your hips.
That was Bob.
Oh. Well, I couldn't get near the screen, you know. It was so crowded in front of the store. Well, look, Dinah, how much money would you want to be a guest on my program?
Oh, Jack, I don't think we ought to talk about money. Now, the important thing is to do a good show. What would you want me to sing?
Well, I don't know. I imagine you'd be the best judge of that.
Well, those old standards are always good. Something like, let me sing a little bit of one for you and see how you like it, all right?
Yeah.
All right. As the sky grows and as the earth belows, I'm so in love and so I love you so. You remember this one, John?
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you how I tried it. Just tried it. Can you hear me?
Oh, fine.
When you went away, you left the glowing so to make me I would be to beg and borrow.
So you can think of it as a tool to hammer your hunger, cut your appetite in half, and utterly demolish your urge for paydays. Payday. Get to it.
Even though I knew tomorrow you'd say.
What'd you say, Dana? Dana, what'd you say?
Oh, Jack, I'm sorry. I got carried away. If we drift apart, then I'll be lost alone. So you use my heart just for stepping stone. How can I help dreaming of you? I love you. I'm What do you think of that one, Jack?
Oh, that was wonderful, Dinah. It sounded swell. Now, getting back to business. Now, how much money would you want to be a guest? Huh?
Oh, Jack, I don't know how much money to ask for. I'm not much of a business.
Well, anything. Just name a price. I mean, I won't take advantage of you.
Well, Jack, I think you ought to pay me what I got on my last television show.
How much was that?
$5,000.
Well, I should...
Jack?
Thank you, Roger.
You're welcome.
Look,
How much money did you ask for?
$5,000. Dinah.
What happened, Jack?
Look, I'm all right. I'm all right now, Dinah. But look at, let's do this in a business-like way. I think 5,000 is too much. Now I could go as high.
Your time is up. Deposit 5 cents for another 3 minutes, please.
Oh, Dinah.
You called me, Jack.
Oh yes. Now look, Dinah, won't you reconsider that? I think it's just a little bit too much.
Oh, Jack, what have you got against $5,000?
Nothing. That's why I'd like to keep it. Look at Dinah.
Look, Jack,
What?
we shouldn't be talking business. That's what we have agents for.
Well,
You see, my agent's name is Tax Driver. Why don't you have your agent call my agent?
well, all right. That's the way you want it, Dinah. That's the way it'll be.
I think it's better that way, Jack.
Okay.
And thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Goodbye. Oh, Dinah.
Yes,
Listen, when we do our show, wear that green taffeta dress.
The blue one.
Polly, look, wear that green taffeta dress.
The blue one.
All right, wear that blue dress.
Oh, Jack, that blue dress is so tight.
All right, Dinah, wear anything. I'll see you then, huh? Goodbye. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, as I try to explain to Don Wilson, that's the way we had Dinah Shore. Now, before I bring her around, though, I think it's no more than right that I thank the Anheuser-Busch people for, anything for a laugh, even if they look lousy. But I want to thank the Anheuser-Busch people for giving me these 45 minutes. And I also would like to thank my very, very dear friend, a very fine comedian, who's the star of that show, Mr. Ken Murray, personally. And he's right here, and I'd just like to have him say I see you're smoking a cigarette, huh?
Yeah, I got your letter.
Again, I want to thank you very, very much for being on my show. I really do.
Well, that's nothing, Jack. I would do anything in the world for you. I'd give you my shirt. Really? Yeah. You do the best laundry in town, don't you?
Are you one of my customers?
I certainly am. Just take a look at that NSM.
Oh, yes. No starch, Murray.
That's me. Clean but limpy. Listen, let me say one word, will you? You're a little behind. The fellow just came back and said, rush it up, but that's all right. I want to tell you I dropped by to wish you all the luck in the world to one of the very nicest fellows in our business, Peter. And good luck to you.
Thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we really do have to. Isn't it a shame? You never know how to time these first shows. I'd like to bring you my guest star now, the most popular singer of popular songs in America, Miss Dinah Shore. For $5,000, you could have walked faster, you know. Well, Dinah, I'm very happy you're on the show. Now, tell me, what are you going to sing for your first number?
I thought I'd sing Texas Cross Song.
Oh, that's wonderful. But look at, Dinah, do you think it would help your number if I accompanied you on the violin?
Oh, well, Jack, that's very sweet of you, but I don't want you to go to all that.
Oh, no bother. I have the violin with me right in my dressing room,
yeah? Well, Jack, you see, I've already rehearsed it with the orchestra, and I think any added instrument might make me really nervous.
Well, it was just a suggestion, you know. You know, maybe some other time, huh? Well, thanks just the same. You know, good luck.
Thank you. I had a man was a good man. That is, you see what I mean. If I thought he was a good man. I had a friend. He was a good friend. I told my friend about my man, 'cause I thought she was a good friend. Life was sweet. Didn't I have my man? World complete. Then the fireworks began. Ain't got no man. Ain't got no friend. I'll bet you can guess just exactly what happened. That was the end. The end of my friend. The end of my man. And darn near the end of me.
Oh, really, Dinah, that was awfully good. You know, Dinah, what I was thinking, though, before, it seems that I don't know, all week we've been here rehearsing, you know, and, I don't know, I never got to see you at all. You'd come in the theater alone, and you'd leave alone, and I was just wondering that if tonight, now that the excitement of the first show is over, I was wondering if you mind maybe if we went out together and I'd take you home afterwards, you know?
Oh, Jack, I can't see any harm in that.
Oh, I wish you could.
Oh, Jack, you're cute.
LS, I meant... I got so much... I'm just nervousness, you know? That's all,
I'm
the shame we have to rush like... But look at Dinah, what, why don't you go out with me tonight?
Well, Jack, you know, I like to know a little more about somebody when I go out with them. I haven't known you awfully long.
What do you mean?
Well, there's just a few things a girl ought to find out. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Well,
now, for instance, you take your tea with cream, and in your favorite dream, is there a house with a view? And with your heart go boom, boom, it's like you're walking through the room. I ought to know more about you. If we really have a date, and we can stay out late, just tell me, what will you do? Can we have a...
I ought to know more about you.
Are you really 39, or are you 49, or are you 72? I would like to know so much if we go out that we judge, I ought to know more. We're asking questions now.
I'd like to know somehow just what we're both gonna do. Can I have a real good time and be back home at 9:30? I ought to know more. I ought to know more. I ought to know more. I know
Just take a rest in life, do you so lucky strike like all the smart people do? And do you love to talk because you know they never rock? We ought to know more about you.
Smoke luckies like you all. I'm on for oxygen. Remember my fashion too.
And while you're watching, you'll agree it's always LSNFT. We ought to know more about you. After all is said and done, it's like you do the one.
I know that that's nothing new.
They don't you think that's really stacked? So round, so firm, so fully packed.
See, for a minute I thought they were talking about me. I ought to know more.
We ought to know more. We got to know more about you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our time is nearly up, and I don't believe you'd want to leave without hearing my theme song, Love and Bliss. Thank you, if you please.
Goodbye, dear friends, our program ends, and now it's time for pardon. Until next time, smoke lucky strike, enjoy 'em by the carton. Be happy, go lucky, be happy, go lucky strike, be happy, go lucky strike today. Yes, friends, enjoy your cigarette. Enjoy truly fine tobacco that always combines both perfect mildness and rich taste in one great cigarette, Lucky Strike. So remember, make your next passion Lucky Strike. Be happy, go lucky,
This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The Jack Benny Program, presented by Lucky Strike.
Be happy, go lucky, get better things today.
What do you think of that?
Oh, she sure is pretty.
Yeah. I wonder why they left out that cigarette tearing business.
Oh, I guess they figure most everybody knows how to do it.
Can you?
Sure, it's easy. Go ahead, try it. You gotta start in with a Lucky from a new pack. One that isn't all beat up. Okay, now find the seam. That's it. You gotta start at the seam. Now, tear it down the seam from one end to the other.
How am I doing?
Fine. Take your time, though. Don't dig into it or rough it up. Okay, now, lift out the tobacco. Real careful. There, you see? Anybody can do it.
Yeah, sure. But what's it prove?
Here's what it proves. See how the Lucky holds together without crumbling. A perfect cylinder of fine tobacco, without loose ends that get in your mouth and spoil the taste. That's why Lucky's taste cleaner. And you'll notice there aren't any empty air spaces, hot spots that burn too fast and give you a harsh, hot taste. No, because a Lucky is fully packed. See those long strands of fresh, mild, good-tasting tobacco. That's why Lucky's taste fresher. And lastly, that fine tobacco aroma tells you Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Fine, naturally mild tobacco that's firmly packed, but so perfectly shredded it always draws freely and smokes evenly. That's why Lucky's taste smoother. Yes, Lucky's are made better. And because they are made better, they taste better. So, friends, for a cleaner, fresher, smoother smoke, be happy. Go Lucky. Make your next carton Lucky Strike.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Lucky Strike program. I'm Jack Benny. Well, the reason I mention that is because CBS has just added a new station in Mexico, you see, and I look so much like Tito Gazar. But you know, this is our third show, television show, and our last show, the one we did about 4 weeks ago, we did a play called Buck Benny Rides Again. And we had the most terrific response after that show. We got so many wonderful letters. Really, I can't tell you how many letters we got. And they were from such intelligent people, too, you know. As a matter of fact, I got one letter from a college professor. Did you know that execrable means lousy? But anyway, here we are doing another show. Gosh, the way time flies, I can't get over it, you know. It just seems like, I don't know, it goes by so fast. You see, here we are already. Tomorrow, December 1st. Then next week, December 8th, December 16th. And there's 106 days only till March 15th. That's the government's Christmas. I think I'll have to pay a lot this year, too, but then what can I do? I mean, you know, I'm too old to cry, and it hurts too much to laugh. I was quoting Lincoln there. Ladies and gentlemen, now we want to get on with the show, and first of all, I'd like to introduce... Oh, before I introduce Bob Crosby, I must tell you that the last time Bob Crosby was on my show, I have never heard anybody complain as much as he did. You know, I had him singing a song right out here on the floor. You see, then he complained because I didn't give him scenery. He's always complaining. Doesn't like the orchestra, his salary. I never heard anybody complain as much as Crosby does. Really, frankly, I think his whole attitude is execrable. So this time, I promised him that I'd give him some scenery. Oh, fellas, would you please let me have that curtain that I brought over this morning, that scene in the park? He wanted a scene in the park, you see, so I got this in a theater down the street. And listen, fellas, will you please bring me that bench that I brought from the park last night? That bench. That's it. I got this bench at Griffith Park. Good bench, you know. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to... Oh, kids. Well, kids, you can go now. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Mr. Fletcher, this is Miss Thomas. Miss Thomas. How are you? Nice if they meet, you see. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce the, what is it, little girl?
Mr. Benny, can I have your autograph, please?
My autograph? Oh, well, that's sweet. But, honey, look, if you'll just wait until after the show, you know, I'm right in the middle of the show now, I'll be very, very happy to give it to you.
Okay.
It's cute. Oh, wait a minute, honey, come back here. come back. I mean, as long as you came up like this, I mean, it's cute. I'll give you... Is this your little book here and everything? All right, come right over here. I'll give you the autograph. I'll be very happy to. That's cute, isn't it, coming up like that in the middle of the show? What's your first name, honey?
Margaret.
Margaret. Huh? That's a pretty name, isn't it? I'll tell you what, I'll put to Margaret from Jack Benny. Huh? How do you spell that, honey?
Benny.
No, honey, look, I know how to spell my name. You understand what I mean? But, you know, there are different ways of spelling Margaret. You see, two different ways. How do you spell yours?
Margaret.
Oh, Margaret. All right. To Margaret from Jack. Margaret, what's your last name?
Truman.
Wait a minute, honey. Your name is Margaret Truman? Well, I mean, that certainly is a coincidence, isn't it? Your real name? That's your Margaret Truman? Well, isn't that... I mean, you're not kidding me or anything.
Oh, no, Mr. Benny.
You're not. That's your right name, Margaret Truman. Well, isn't that cute? Okay, well, here you are, honey.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, what's your last name, is it?
Truman.
Truman, Margaret Truman. And do you live here in Los Angeles, too?
No, sir, I'm only visiting here. I live in Washington.
In Seattle or Spokane or...
Washington, D.C.
Wait a minute, honey. You live in Washington, D.C., and your name is Margaret Truman? Well, that's the strangest thing I've ever heard. You're sure you're not kidding me now? You didn't just come up to...
Oh, no, Mr. Benny.
You're not. That's your Margaret Truman, and you live in Washington, D.C. Well, that's the oddest thing. Really, have you lived in Washington long?
No, sir.
Where were you born?
Independence, Missouri.
Now, wait a minute. You didn't want an autograph at all. You just came out to make fun of me. That's it.
Oh, no, I didn't, Mr. Benny. Really, I didn't.
Now, wait a minute. You say your name is Margaret Truman. You live in Washington, D.C. You were born in Independence. I mean, those are too many coincidences. Yeah, I mean, does your father work in Washington now?
Yes, sir, till January 20th.
I'm sorry I gave you the order. Your father's working now till January 20th. And that's no coincidence, huh? Now, wait a minute, honey. Somebody told you to say that. That's just a trick.
Oh, no, Mr. Benny.
Huh?
Nobody put me up to it.
No?
My name is Margaret Truman. I was born in Independence, Missouri. And the only reason we live in Washington, D.C. because my father works there.
Oh. Your father works there in Washington. What does he do?
He's a piano player.
Your father's a piano player in Washington. Well, may I ask you one more question? May I? What is your father's first name?
I won't tell you.
You won't tell me your father's first name? Why not?
You'll think it's a coincidence.
Well, I'm not going to get involved in this anymore. Hello, Bob.
Hey, Jack, I was waiting outside for my introduction. What happened?
Well, I got sidetracked here. Well, listen, I got your scenery for you if you want it. Do you like it?
This is scenery?
Yeah. So.
Well, Jack, when I asked for a park, I wanted a real park with people and statues and trees. Nice, this looks like King Farouk's bedspread.
This is the best I could get. So go ahead. Oh, by the way, Bob, I want you to meet, this is Margaret Truman.
Hello, honey, Jack, Benny.
No, I'm not kidding. That's her name, isn't it, honey? That's her name, Margaret.
Margaret Truman?
Yeah.
Well, I'm awfully glad to meet you, Margaret Truman. I didn't recognize you without Jimmy Durante.
No, this is a different. This is a different Margaret. Well, come on, honey. You got your autograph. You want to come on? Come on,
Say, Jack, I've got an idea. Because I don't have the right scenery, maybe I should switch my song.
Yeah.
And I saw Walt Disney's Peter Pan, and I think I could sing about it if you'd let me work with her.
You mean you want to have the little girl out here?
Could.
Would you like to stay here with Bob Crosby?
Oh, yeah.
You would? Okay, all right, Bob. I bet she sings, too.
Have you ever heard of Peter Pan?
Yes, I heard that story a long time ago. Isn't he the little boy who wouldn't grow up?
That's right. And Peter Pan lived in a world all of his own. He called it Neverland.
Was he a brave little man?
Oh, was he brave? You just listen. Peter Pan. Peter Pan. He's up, he's down, he's flying all around a busy little man. When there's danger and the battle is thick, he's there in the nick of time. Are there pirates to fight? Are there Indians in sight? Peter Pan will have a plan to fight the crime.
Did he ever take little boys and girls to visit him?
Oh, certainly would to Neverland, but in order to get there, they would have to fly.
They couldn't fly.
Oh, yes, they could. Let me tell you all about it. You see, Peter Pan had a little pixie by the name of Tinkerbell. And she would come and she would sprinkle some pixie dust over the boys and girls, and that would give them gossamer wings.
And then they could fly?
Well, only if they thought of pleasant things. Think of the presents you brought, any happy little thought. Think of Christmas, think of snow, think of sleigh bells. Here we go like reindeer in the sky. You can fly, you can fly, you can fly.
What was that?
Oh, you know who that is.
Crocodile?
That's right, the crocodile.
What makes him tick like that?
Well, once upon a time, he ate an alarm clock, and that's what makes him tick.
Isn't that the crocodile that took a big bite out of Captain Hook?
Yes, and he liked the taste of Captain Hook so much that ever after he went around looking for people to bite. So I've got to warn you, never, never, never smile at a crocodile. No, you can't get friendly with the crocodile. Don't be taken in by his welcome grin. He's imagining how nice you'd fit within his skin.
Now sing me more about Peter Pan.
Peter Pan. Peter Pan. He's in, he's out, he's zooming all about as only Peter can. He's the best little boy, the worst little boy, since first little boys began. Let him have his teeth. Let him hold his dream. Peter Pan, stay a little boy, my little man, my Peter Pan.
Hello? Mr. Billy's residence, Star Stage, Green Radio, and... Oh, Sam! No, Sam, no, I won't be able to go with you tonight. You see, the boss did his TV show today, and when he comes home after one of those, he's a wreck. Huh? You say some of the boys were down at the club watching his TV show, got tired of waiting and cut it off. What were they waiting for? Oh! Well, tell the boys I'll be on the next one. I gotta go now. Bye. Hello, boss. Just getting your room ready.
Good. You know, I'm not even going to have anything to eat. I'm going right to bed. I was never so tired in my life. L, S, M, F, T. Oh, boy, what an actor goes through. They think it's easy. Do one show a month. Roger, did you watch the show?
Oh, yes, boss.
How'd you like it?
I thought it was excellent.
What?
Excellent.
Oh. Say, Rochester, how about that little girl? You know, the one that came on and asked me for an autograph. Said her name was Margaret Truman. Wasn't that a coincidence?
Oh, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Show me her father was a piano player. She lived in Independence, Missouri, and her father was going to work until the 20th of January.
That could happen.
What do you mean that could happen? That's silly. Well, that really is a coincidence.
No, I don't know, boss. Now, take me, for instance.
Yeah?
My name is Rochester, and I was born in Rochester, New York.
Mansions with bowling alleys
I got a brother named Toledo. He was born in Ohio.
Oh, good old Toledo. Yes, I know.
Now you can zero an
Then I got a cousin. His name is Missoula. He was born in Montana.
Nothing gets past art.
And
So
I
when
got
you're
another
58
cousin named
open houses
Duluth.
deep
He
and
was born in Minnesota.
you don't have to do it
No
alone.
kidding. Duluth born in
Because now
Minnesota.
Zillow means
Well, what do you
everything
know?
from search to
I'm going to
agents
brush
to
my
getting
teeth.
home.
I'll be right back. I want to get right to bed.
Since 1913, we've had one
Hello?
job, pioneering a motor oil so
Minneapolis?
advanced, rideshare drivers can
Is that
trust
long
it to protect
distance?
their engines for
No,
up to
another
5,000
cousin.
miles. 5 stars for engine.
Talk to her later.
Oh, this is she.
Well, you'll talk to her later then.
Okay. I'll call you later, Minnie. Goodbye.
Rochester, look, at the next time I ask you to buy me some pajamas, for heaven's sake, will you do me a favor?
Boss, I think they're beautiful. A little beautiful. But beautiful.
Oh, fine. I'm going right to bed. Boy, I'll be asleep before I hit that pillow.
Okay, I'll turn off the light.
Okay.
Good night, boss.
Good night, Rochester. No, boy, am I tired. Oh, boy, feels good to be in bed. I wonder what Minneapolis' last name is. Well, I'm not going to worry about it now. Let me get to bed. Faucet dripping again. I've told Rochester a million times to fix that faucet. Times to fix that dripping faucet. Now listen. So it stopped. You can go back to bed then.
Yes, sir. Good night, boss.
Good night, Rochester. Rochester!
Yes, boss.
stopped again. Hey, wait a minute. I got an idea. Come here.
Okay. Good night, boss.
Good night, Rochester. I knew it. Now go fix that point.
Yes, I'm turning off the bottom. Well, boss, you better try to get some sleep.
How can I sleep now? I was sleepy a few minutes ago. Now I'm wide awake. The only way I'll fall asleep, Rochester, we'll have to do what we always do.
Oh, boss, that's too much trouble.
I don't care whether there's trouble or not. That's the only way I'll get to sleep.
No, all right.
I forgot to take a Dramamine.
Okay.
That's the baby. I'd like to see the size of the mother and father. Looks like a pretty fancy house. We ought to do pretty good here. Hey, Lefty, look, a silver ashtray. Open the bag. How do you like that? It's nailed down. Hey, Lefty, come here. Solid gold. There you go. Hey, this thing must have played for Notre Dame. Let's see what's in this drawer.
You want to try the other door?
No.
Boy, this is a tough place.
Thanks is easy. Thanks? Yeah, but that's Grandma's territory. Let's see what's in here.
But none as execrable as this one.
I know there's a safe in here someplace. Let's find it.
A safe?
Yeah.
Well, let's look. we're safe.
Hey! Let's get out of here! What's the matter? The window's stuck. The window's stuck. Let me try it. Hey, look at this. A coin slot. To open window, deposit 25 cents.
Jack will be back in just a moment, but first...
Friends, it's true, you know. Luckies are made better to taste better. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. And you remember that the next time you buy cigarettes. It's awfully important because, golly, in a cigarette, it's the taste that makes the difference. And Luckies do taste cleaner, fresher, smoother. So come on, be happy, go Lucky, make your next carton Lucky Strike.
Be happy, go Lucky, get better taste today.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know whether you liked the show or not. I know I took it lying down. It's kind of a show I like, where you don't have much to do. You know, you just... Incidentally, were the burglars funny? Oh, the reason I don't know is because I fell sound asleep. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you like the show. And we'll be back again 4 weeks from today. Is my time up? No? Huh? Because I'd like to tell them. Can I talk just a second more? Oh, well, I just want to tell you that on the next show, we're going to try and do one of our New Year's fantasies. Remember the ones we used to do always on radio? And it's a sort of a comedy and dramatic thing, which I hope you will enjoy. And anyway, we will see you then 4 weeks from today. Thank you very much.
This is the CBS Television Network. From Television City in Hollywood, the Jack Benny Program with a special guest, Fred Allen.
Thank you very, very much, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Lucky Strike program. Now, on our show tonight, we, in case you're wondering about these, you know, my producer insisted that I wear glasses when I first come out, because he said it wouldn't hurt if people thought I was Mr. Peepers. And he had another idea, too, about my standing. He made this suggestion, you know, that I stand in the center of the stage, you see, and then sometime during the performance, a big 2-ton block of cement should fall down and hit me on the head, see? He felt that this would appeal to the people who watch You Ask For It. For thousands of requests, you know. But on my show tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as you probably know, my guest star is Fred Allen. And a lot of people think, of course, because of this feud that's been going on for so many years, that Fred and I are enemies, that we hate each other. And this isn't true at all, because Fred Allen and I are the best of friends. Well, maybe I'm overdoing it. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. I wouldn't say that we were the best of friends. You know, I would just say that we, let's say that we're friends. You know, just friends. Of course, friends might not be the exact word that I'm trying to say. What I mean is that we're more, well, I don't know, maybe we do hate each other. I know I can't stand him. You know, I remember a few years ago, I must tell you this, when Fred Allen first came out here to Los Angeles, to Hollywood, to make a picture, you see. He made a picture called It's in the Bag. And the producer of this picture wanted me to play a small part in it for nothing. You know, I didn't get paid or anything. And he talked me into it by telling me that this picture would be made in Technicolor. So I was kind of anxious to see how I'd look, you know, my eyes and everything. And so he told me this would be made in Technicolor. But the minute we started to shoot the picture, we found out that we couldn't do it in Technicolor at all. They had to make it in black and white. Because due to a peculiar pigment in Fred Allen's skin, he photographed Argyle. I remember twice in the dressing room I put my foot in his mouth. But what a character that Fred Allen. What a face on Fred Allen. With those bags under his eyes, he looks like a short butcher peeping over 2 pounds of liver. But anyway, tonight, after our television show, the one we're doing now, I'm flying to San Francisco because I'm opening tomorrow night at the Kern Theater for 3 weeks. I'm playing a theater for 3 weeks. And the reason I'm so excited is because this, you know, the very first time I ever appeared in public was in San Francisco. I remember I played my violin, you see, and this was, years ago. I forget just where. I know it was right in the shopping center of San Francisco. I think it was on the corner of Market and Taylor. I understand there's a theater there now. But anyway, when I was playing
that's enough
the violin at this...
Raleigh, Bill, will you bring the boom in a little closer so we can get the extra scenery right behind you? Good.
What is it? What's the trouble? I mean, what's wrong?
Oh, you won't have to go over your monologue anymore. That's fine, Mr. Benny. Explain it just right. Excuse me, man. Fellas, will you cut the outright and back, please?
Well, look. I mean, you mean I don't have to rehearse any longer? No. Well, if I don't have to rehearse the monologue, maybe I can rehearse the sketch that I'm to do with Fred Allen.
Oh, no, we can't go over that either because Mr. Allen hasn't arrived for rehearsal.
How do you like that? I give a guy a job because I'm sorry for him. I pay his bus fare all the way from New York. But he doesn't show up at rehearsal.
Well, as long as we stop, we might as well break for lunch. Lunch, everybody?
Break for lunch. Lunch, everybody. Rochester, we're breaking for lunch. How's everything? You got everything?
Just fine, just fine. What do you have, boy?
No, wait on the customers first. Ham and cheese, yes, they're very, very good. That's it. See if the orchestra wants something, too. Remley, you want a sandwich?
Look, don't forget the change.
Rochester, look, I want to ask you something. Why do you put so much ketchup on the sandwich?
Well, that was an idea of mine to drum up more business.
Well, how would ketchup give us more business?
Well, I figured that some of it dripped on this shirt, we might get to do their laundry, too.
Never thought of that, you know? That's a good idea. Yeah.
Benny?
Ham or cheese? Huh?
I had my lunch, thank you. I just wanted to tell you that as long as Mr. Allen isn't here, not spicy enough. As long as Mr. Allen isn't here, we might as well skip the dialogue rehearsal, and we've got a lot of work to do with the lights anyway, so we won't need you for probably 2 hours.
2 hours. Rochester, look, I had an appointment with my sponsor at 4 o'clock. Now we're breaking for 2 hours. I'll be late for this.
Well, boss, if you don't have to do anything for 2 hours, why don't you go see your sponsor now?
Hey, maybe I'll do that. You know, this is the day that he picks up my option for next year.
Picks up your
There's
option?
nothing to worry about, Rochester. You know, it's just a formality, that's all. You know, he just wants to be sure that he's got me. You know, you know, for next year, that's all. So I'll run along and see him. You sell all the sandwiches and everything, huh? Don't forget. Oh, by the way, Rochester, while you're selling the sandwich, give him a sort of a floor show. You know what I mean? Sing and dance or something, and that way we can get the cover charge, too, you know, for the...
Roast beef, ham, cheese, Mr. Bass, and some noodle soup. Oh, we ain't got a bit of money. Maybe ragged and funny, but we're down along, singing a song, side to side. Oh, we don't know what's coming tomorrow. Maybe trouble and sorrow, but we'll travel the road, sharing the load, side to side. In all sorts of weather, maybe the sky will fall. Long as we're together, doesn't matter at all. Oh, the time those troubles departed, we'll be back when we started. We'll travel along. Side by side, in all sorts of weather, doesn't matter at all. Long as we're together.
Hello, the American Tobacco Company. I'm sorry, but Mr. Lewis can't be disturbed right now. However, I'd be very happy to take a message. Yes? Yes. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yes. Yes, sir. I'll see that he gets it. Yes, sir.
My name is...
Mr. Lewis's office? Oh, yes, he asked me to take the information. Yes? Yes. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yes. Yes, I've got it. Thank you. Yes, sir.
My name is...
Mr. Lewis's office? Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. I see. Yes. Well, I think so. Well, it seems that Mr. Lewis... Just a moment, please. Hello?
my name is Jack Benny. I'd like to speak to Mr. Lewis, please.
I'm sorry, Mr. Benny, but Mr. Lewis can't be disturbed right now. Can he call you back?
Call me back?
Yes. Are you at home or in Palm Springs?
I'm in Stockholm. Smorgasbord 8321. Look, miss, I've been trying...
Oh, Mr. Benny, I'm terribly sorry.
All right. I have an appointment with Mr. Lewis. Could I see him?
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Benny, but Mr. Lewis has someone in his office right now. He left orders not to be disturbed. Do you mind waiting?
No. Not at all.
Yeah, I have Mr. Lewis call you back, please. Thank you.
See, Mr. Lewis is picking up my option today.
That's nice.
You know, I've been with the American Tobacco Company now for 10 years, and they're very, very happy with me. You know.
That's nice.
Then why shouldn't they be? You see, I'm acknowledged to be one of the greatest comedians.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't keep me waiting too long. I don't want to miss my rehearsal.
As I was saying, Mr. Lewis, it isn't that I want Mr. Benny's job, you understand. It's just that the time has come to have you put him out to pasture.
put him out to pasture?
Yes, for 30 years, Benny has been milking the same jokes to an audience that is not contented. Now, think it over, Mr. Lewis.
Well, I don't know. Taking a man like Jack Benny and putting him out to pasture, do you think it'll work?
Why, of course. Look, if Benny can spend the last years of his life around anything green, he'll go for it. Take my advice, Mr. Lewis. Let him go. I'll take the show over and finish the season for you.
No, I can't let Jack go like that. Besides, we've given him a contract.
Mr. Lewis, you are a shrewd businessman, Mr. Lewis. I know that somewhere nestled down in that legal document that there must be a tobacco-picking clause.
Mr. Allen, why don't you sit down?
Sit down. Have you ever ridden 3,200 miles on a bus? If the sun feels like I do right now, it will never set again.
Well, try that chair. It's very comfortable. No, before I'd make a change, I'd have to be sure it was one for the better. Now tell me, have you any television experience?
Nobody has. Even the voice of experience has no television experience. But I have studied the medium thoroughly, Mr. Lewis, and I see television as a small screen, and every performer must confine himself to a small area in the screen, you understand? And I've been training for that. I am ready for television because I have been rehearsing inside of a Bendix washing machine.
Inside a Bendix washing machine?
Yes, sir. And to make a popular slogan even more popular, now the tide's in, let's let Benny out.
Mr. Allen, may I ask you a personal question?
Why, of course.
You see, I've seen you on an occasional guest appearance.
Yes?
Now, does that give you enough money to live on?
Oh, hardly, I would say. But I have a unique talent, Mr. Lewis, that affords me steady employment, I might say. That is, 3 days a week.
Well, that's wonderful. What do you do?
I'm a taster for Dr. Ross dog food.
Dog food?
I'm the Fido who knows best. My name is known in every kennel from coast to coast, Mr. Lewis. They call me the canine Duncan Hines.
A dog food taster, that is unique.
Well, it's a talent that I acquired during a dull season of layoffs in New York some years ago. There was things were bad, and I knew a talking dog. And he invited me over to dinner one night, and I thought it got
No, Mr. Allen. Now, as regards the Lucky Strike program, I've no doubt that you're very well qualified.
Yeah?
But I must face the fact that in Benny we have a double asset. You see, he's not only a comedian, but he also plays a musical instrument.
Plays? Aren't we using the word rather loosely, Mr. Lewis? Rather, let us say Mr. Benny has an instrument. But if it's music you want, Mr. Lewis, I have come here prepared, sir. You won't know you're sure you like music, of course.
Love music.
Well, you won't know your office from Carnegie Hall in just 2 seconds here. Are you prepared? You have all of my qualifications. Now, if you will guarantee to drop Benny's option and make me the star of the show, I will not only do a better job for Lucky Strike, but I will give you a program with no loose ends.
You said no loose ends. The secret words.
The secret words.
The secret words, and the $100 is yours.
Does Groucho know about this, does he?
Groucho installed it for me.
Oh, I see. Tell me when do I start to work, Mr. Lewis?
Well, I'm very grateful for your offer, Mr. Allen, but you must give me a few days to think it over.
Yes.
You see, I have an appointment with Mr. Benny regarding his options, but I'll do my best to stall him off.
Well, that's certainly fair enough. And I tell you, if you should decide to favor me, will you please call me before 9 o'clock in the morning? It's so embarrassing being pulled out of line down at the unemployment office. Goodbye, Mr.
Lewis. Goodbye, Mr. Adams.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for coming by. What's the matter, Mr. Allen?
Benny, he's outside. He can't see me in here. I'll hide in the closet.
No, not in that closet. Go in that one there.
Oh, what's the one over? Say, I may be in here for some time. Have you got a light?
Oh, why, yes, sir.
I'm ready to work for the company. I'm smoking the cigarettes already. Just...
There we are. Get it?
Yes, I have.
Miss Rockford, you may send Mr. Benny in now.
Yes, Mr. Lewis. Oh, Mr. Benny, you may go in now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Well, hello, Mr. Lewis.
Hello, Jack. How are you?
Yes.
Sit down.
Oh, thank you very much. You know, Mr. Lewis, I'll never forget the very first year that I ever worked for you. You know, when auction time came along, I was a nervous wreck. But now, I don't know, it's just a formality. It doesn't bother me at all. I just come in, you sign the contract, and that's that. It's been a wonderful association.
Yes, it has been.
Ben? Oh, Ben. Yes, it has. And I'm fully convinced that it will continue to be. It's been a lot of fun working for you, Mr. Lewis, and you've been a wonderful sponsor. And after all, where else can you find a comedian as funny as I am? Now, Mr. Lewis, I do think that...
I have the options you wanted to sign today.
Oh, the options.
Yes,
good.
yes.
That's splendid.
The options.
Now, what is the first one?
First one?
The hit parade.
The hit parade.
Ann Southern.
Yes, Ann Southern, that's it.
Robert Montgomery.
Montgomery.
Now, you'll see these are put in the mail because they can be counted.
Now, where's mine?
Yes.
Look. Well, I know, but where's
Just the right
my
crunch
look at
to silence the Sunday
my option.
scaries.
Look, I came up here to sign an option. I mean, let's get this over with, Mr. Lewis. Let's have no loose ends. Mr. Lewis, I said, let's have no loose ends.
Jack, what are you looking for?
You know what I'm looking for. Grog so cold. Where's my contract? I came up here to sign a contract. Now, where is it?
My desk alone.
But it should be in the... Mr. Lewis, what is my contract doing in the waste?
It must have blown off my desk. If you when the windows open, there's a strong wind from the northeast.
That's funny. Last year it was from the southwest. Look at Mr. Lewis. Now, why beat around the bush? I mean, everything we say here is right. We're in here alone. I mean, there's nobody else in here but us.
Jack, regretting your options.
What?
I mean, regarding your options.
Yes.
I must have a little time to think it over.
But I can't understand why you're hesitating, Mr. Lewis. I mean, I don't know. Something tells me that you must have someone else in mind. I don't know. I don't know why you keep doing that to me. After all, I've been with the American Tobacco Company for a long time, and I'm not as young as I used to be.
That's true. You were 39 when you joined us.
That's right. And I've done a great job all these years, Mr. Lewis, for the American Tobacco Company. I don't know. I've worked hard. We've had wonderful shows, and I've sold the product. And twice I let you exercise the tobacco picking clause.
We didn't exercise it. You held us to it.
Well, I still can't understand why you're doing it. There's some reason why you're sore.
Jack, you're taking the wrong attitude. I haven't come to any decision about dropping your option. It's just that I want to take it over for a while, just for, say, 4 or 5 days.
Well, all right, I'll wait. Four to 5 days.
Yeah, that's right, Jack. Now, where can I get in touch with you?
Well, just call your secretary. I'll be sitting in the outer office. But don't forget now. Don't forget.
Oh, Jack, that's the wrong
doing in that closet?
Believe it or not, I'm playing post office.
Post office?
Yes, sir.
But, Mr. Lewis, there's something fishy going on here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. What's Fred Allen been telling you?
Jack, there's no need to get excited. You know the entertainment business is very competitive.
Oh, so it's competitive, huh? So that's it. Fred Allen, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Coming in here and trying to get my job away from you.
Well, gee, Jack, I had to do something. I've eaten so much of that dog food, they've written a song about me being in a window.
Well, I still say you ought to be ashamed.
Well, I guess I am a heel, Jack. But always remember, next to a heel, you always find a good soul. And I'm quoting from that famous poet, Tom McCann.
Fred, after that awful joke, I shouldn't forgive you, but I will, because I know you didn't mean it. Well, okay, Fred, now let's forget all about it. We'll go out and have a cup of coffee. Don't forget to send for me. Oh, no, yes. I thought they'd never leave.
Mr. Lewis, now that they've gone, let's talk business. What do you want with Fred Allen? What do you want with Jack Benny? With me, you've got a young man who can sing, who can dance, who claps his hands, rolls his eyes, and I'm so friendly. Mr. Lewis, you'd never
Jack will be back in just a moment, but first, a word from Dorothy Collins.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Naturally, we were only kidding about my sponsor not picking up my option because I am signed with the American Tobacco Company until I am 40. They didn't know what they were getting into. Oh, Fred Allen, come on out here, will you, Fred? It's really been nice having you on the show, and you were wonderful.
Well, Jack, you won't believe this, but I tried to louse the whole thing out.
I believe it. Well, Fred, let me ask you, is there any truth to that about eating the dog food?
Oh, yes, 3 times a day I have to do it.
Well, doesn't it upset your stomach?
Well, no, it doesn't bother my stomach, Jack, but eating out of the bowl is hard on my knees.
I see. Eddie Tanner, come on out. Eddie, I want to tell you it was just wonderful you to come in here just to do this one little bit on the show.
Jack, I want to tell you it was my pleasure.
No, Eddie, it was my pleasure.
Believe me, Jack, it was my pleasure.
Eddie, believe me, it's my
Ladies and gentlemen, this shows you what happens when 2 straight men get together.
What'd you say, Fido?
Come on, give me my red hot and let me get out of here.
No, listen, I'll tell you what. You fellas have been such good sports. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to invite you both to my house for dinner tonight, and I want you to bring your wife.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, Jack, I've never been to your house. How do you get there?
Oh, that's right. Well, look, you go 2 blocks.
You're covering me.
Oh, you go, Eddie, Fred. You're Eddie.
My name is Sam.
No, that's right. This is Fido.
Look, Jack.
Fred. Look at it. You go 2... You want to know how to get to my house?
Yeah.
Now, you go 2 blocks to your right until you come to the California Bank, you see. Then you go 4 blocks to your left and you come to the Bank of America. Then 7 more blocks to the right till you come to the Citizens National Bank, you see. Then you keep going...
From Television City in Hollywood, we bring you the Jack Benny program, presented by Lucky Strike.
I'm Ed Torres, and I have some mighty interesting facts here about comic smokers.
Last year, a survey was made in leading colleges throughout the country, which showed that smokers in those colleges preferred Lucky's to any other cigarette. This year, another nationwide survey was made. A representative survey of all students in regular colleges from coast to coast. Based on thousands of actual student interviews, this survey shows that, as last year, Lucky's lead again. Lead over all other brands, regular or king size, and by a wide margin. Number one reason for smoking Lucky's, just like last year, Lucky's better taste. Yes, Lucky's do taste better. First of all, they're made of fine tobacco. Naturally mild, good-tasting tobacco. Practically everyone in America knows LSMFT. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. And more people are finding out that Lucky's are made better, too. Made round and firm and fully packed to draw freely and smoke evenly. Made to taste better. After all, smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is, Lucky's tastes better, cleaner, fresher, smoother. Find out for yourself. Be happy. Go Lucky.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Lucky Strike program. As you probably know, this is my first television show of the season, and I'm quite excited about it because last year I only did 10 shows the whole year, and this year I'm going to do 13 shows. That's 3 more than I did last year, or 486 less than Arthur got. But this season, I promise you, I'm going to bring some of the most important guests that you've ever seen on my television shows. As a matter of fact, I've already made arrangements to import some of these celebrities over from Europe, from Italy. I'm bringing a lot of these celebrities. I'm bringing over Gene Kelly, Gregory Peck, Robert Taylor, Claudette Colbert, Anna Marie Alberghetti. Oh, no, that's what I got here in Hollywood. The others I'm bringing over. And I'm also going to have this year a very, very important Broadway celebrity. Mr. Wayne Sonic. I know that his name at the moment is not, you're not familiar with his name, but that as soon as you see him, you'll recognize him. Because for 4 consecutive weeks, he sat in the audience next to the celebrity who was introduced by Ed Sullivan. His agent is a knife. Well, anyway, here I am for the first show, and I'm, one of the reasons I'm so happy is because I had for the first time a wonderful thing. I went to Honolulu, for 3 weeks, and ladies and gentlemen, if you've never been to Hawaii, you must go. I always thought those narrators, that narrate the travelogues, I always thought that they exaggerate, but really don't. It's such a beautiful place. As a matter of fact, the Hawaiian Islands are really the tropical islands of enchantment.
Yes, the tropical islands of enchantment, the paradise of the Pacific, Hawaii. The city of Honolulu, rising among regal palms on the curve of Waikiki Beach. The splendor of the Royal Hawaiian Hotel, and in the background, Diamond Head, wearing a majestic crown of fleecy clouds held in place by the gentle pressure of the trade wind. But out of this dream, our visitors are abruptly brought back to reality by the realization that their vacation has come to an end. But even the farewell is something to remember. Hawaii's heartwarming aloha. As the luxurious queen of the Pacific, the Lurleen, prepares to sail, there is music, flowers, and tumultuous gaiety. And here on the dock is where one of the most colorful ceremonies of the island takes place. The presentation of the flag. This is an old custom by which the natives express their feelings toward the departing visitors. First is the orchid lake, presented to those who have made friends while on the island. Next comes the planaria blossom. This token, when presented to a traveler, expresses the sincere wish that soon he will return again. Yes, nobody leaves the island without the adornment of at least one flowery memento, or even the lay made of the common, ordinary ginger blossom is presented by the native shopkeepers to all those who have come into their stores and spent a little money. Is one of our departing visitors being neglected? Can it be possible that of all those people with whom he frolicked away those carefree hours at Waikiki, not one of them remembered to present him with the island's most treasured... Ah! Here comes someone to correct his oversight.
With Target Circle, every Target run is a chance to earn. Use the Target app to shop and automatically earn 1% rewards on non-red card purchases to redeem on future Target runs. Learn how to earn and save more with Target Circle.
The Haleakala delicatessen in Honolulu. And in order to have taken all your meals without showing your stay here in the island, we'd like to present you with this.
I noticed in the other packages, you see lays of ginger and orchid. What is this one made of?
It's chicken liver.
Very, very much. What a show. Nice voyage, isn't it? Huh? This is nice voyage.
Oh, yes, it certainly is.
Our position is latitude 145, longitude 21. Well, that's nice. The wind, the wind is coming from the southeast at 8 knots an hour. Are you the navigator? No, but I have a Commander Corey Space Patrol company. I ate cereal and it came out of my ears. How do you get those? How long did you live in Kansas City?
Graduated from high school?
1936.
Someone being interviewed there must be a celebrity of some kind. Huh?
Yes.
I'm a celebrity too.
Well, I guess I'll go to my stateroom.
Thank heaven, now I can read. Why doesn't he take those things off?
Cablegram for King Kamehameha VI. King Kamehameha VI.
Oh, here, boy, here.
Are you?
No, but I know His Majesty personally.
Yes, there's nothing like a trip on an ocean liner, where a voyage at sea is synonymous with romance. On shipboard, many a casual acquaintance has blossomed into true love.
Would you like to play some shuffleboard?
No, thank you.
Deck tennis?
No, I'm reading.
Okay.
Celebrity being interviewed over there. I just want to go over and see who it is. After all, I'm sort of a celebrity too. Oh, I beg your pardon. What are you doing on this ship?
I just came out wonderful vacation in Hawaii.
No. Did you visit all the islands?
I went from Maui to Kauai, from Hilo to Haiti, and to Tahiti.
No. Well, you must have seen all those hula dances there with the grass skirts.
Yes, I did. And you know the most beautiful girls I ever saw was on the island of Oahu.
I know what you mean. Well, is this your first trip with the island?
Oh, yes, no. Every year this time I'm spending 2 glorious weeks on the tropical island of Enchanted.
No.
Yes.
Well, how can you afford it?
I got a nephew who's a master of ceremonies on a crystal girl.
And you always did?
This year I went direct to Hawaii and he tabled me the question.
certainly is a nice trip, isn't it?
Yes,
Beautiful
look.
weather and everything. Yep. I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Jack Bennett.
Well, I'm Mrs. Knighton.
I'm Dr. Kimball.
Because there are so many things to enjoy. Dancing in the salon, sunbathing on the top deck, swimming in the ship's pool, and in the evening there is always a movie in the ship's lounge.
Gosh, that was a great picture they showed last night. Gentlemen prefer blonde. Boy, they sure had some beautiful girls in that movie. Jane Russell and Marilyn Monroe. I know them both so well. Why couldn't one of them been on this trip? Here I am alone. Romantic mood. Jane. Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe.
Don't leave, Marilyn. What? Marilyn, don't go. Marilyn. Marilyn, please don't go. Marilyn, wait. Marilyn, why did you walk away from me? Why did you want to leave?
Because I can trust myself.
What?
You're so strong and so weak. And when you look at me with those big blue eyes,
I understand.
in the picture, all I wanted was money and diamonds. But now for the first time, I realize that all I really want is you.
Marilyn.
Dream on, Mr. Benny, dream on.
Marilyn. Marilyn, I'm mad about you.
I'm mad about you too, Jack. Think of something wonderful. It makes me very happy.
Well, of course, Marilyn. I'd do anything. Anything. What?
In my next book, there's going to be so many love stories. I want you for my leading man.
Oh, Marilyn, I'd love to be your leading man.
Good. Now, we can only get permission from Daryl's Zanuck.
What? Who did Mr. Zanuck have in mind?
Himself.
I just can't get over it. Just the both of us here all alone on the roof.
I never dreamed.
Neither did me. Marilyn, why are you sighing?
I was just thinking, Jim, how generous you were. Just so we could be alone on this trip, you chartered the Lower Lanes for $600,000.
I did?
If that doesn't wake him up, nothing will.
Marilyn, I know this is sudden, but will you marry me? Well, there isn't much difference, Marilyn. You're 25, I'm 39.
Yes, what about
What's strange?
I'm just crazy about you, but that kiss didn't affect me at all.
That's funny. I'm a wreck.
See you later, Jack.
Don't forget. Marilyn, don't forget dinner tonight.
I won't.
At 8 o'clock.
I'll remember.
Marilyn, come back here a minute. Please come back. Give me one more. You're not Marilyn Monroe.
You ain't nowhere on Flint.
I was so sure I was talking to Marilyn Monroe.
Ah, yes, the sea plays many mental tricks as you're gently lulled in the cradle of tranquility. But there's nothing as soothing and restful as a Pacific cruise back from the tropical islands of enchantment.
Thank you very, very much, ladies and gentlemen. And I do want to thank 20th Century Fox for allowing me to dream about Marilyn Monroe. Incidentally, 20th Century Fox studio that has just produced this wonderful, this great picture, The Rose, which will soon be presented here, and through this new process called CinemaScope. This is really a great, great event in the history of motion pictures. And I know you'd like to see Marilyn Monroe again, so I'll bring her out very, very soon. But first, a word from Dorothy Collins.
Friends, smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is, Lucky's is better.
Cleaner, fresher, cooler.
Lucky's is better.
Cleaner, fresher, cooler. For Lucky's finding fine tobacco. Richer tasting fine tobacco.
Lucky's is better.
Cleaner, fresher, cooler. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
Sure, Lucky tastes better. Everybody knows Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Fine, light, mild tobacco that just naturally tastes better. And Lucky's are made better. They're round and firm and fully packed to draw freely and smoke evenly. With fine tobacco in a better-made cigarette, golly, you're just bound to get better taste. Smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste, you know. And the fact of the matter is, Lucky's is better.
Cleaner, fresher, cooler. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
Marilyn, this is your first appearance in television.
Yes, it is, Jack.
Well, I'm quite flattered that you made your first appearance on my show. I really am. It's wonderful to have you. Have you a picture that's coming out pretty soon, a new picture? I mean, we've seen Gentlemen on Love Lines.
Yes, it's called How Can You Remember Me? It's also in CinemaScope.
Oh, it is? In CinemaScope, too?
Yes.
You know, I made a picture once. The horn blows at midnight. And I believe if that had been made in CinemaScope, it would have been a huge success.
Well, you know, CinemaScope is very complicated. In order to put the big screen in all the theaters, they have to take out a lot of seats.
Well, in my picture, they could have taken out all of the seats.
I don't know why all this song on the horn blows at midnight. I saw it.
You did?
Yes.
And you don't know why I'm telling you? Did you like it?
No.
Well, thanks ever so. So long. Goodbye, Marilyn. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really quite flattered. I feel highly honored that I was able to have Miss Monroe for my first show, and I do want to thank 20th Century Fox so much. Of course, another thing that thrills me today is because I also opened my radio series today. You know, I did my first radio show, and I had my same cast with me. There's Dennis and Mary and Don Wilson and Rochester, everybody but Phil Harris. Funny, Phil Harris hasn't been with me for 2 years, and I still don't dare light a match in the studio. But I love radio. And am I through? Is that all I get? Oh, well, thank you very, very much.
Remember, 1 week from tonight, that's September 20th, charming, disarming Anne Sullivan returns in her famous role as the not-too-private private secretary. You'll love watching Anne's hilarious adventures and misadventures. This
Sunday, Ed Sullivan's Toast of the Town on CBS Television Network.
From Television City in Hollywood, we bring you the Jack Benny Show with his special guest, Humphrey Bogart, presented by Lucky Strike.
Thank you very, very much, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Lucky Strike program. You know, really, you'll have to excuse me for laughing, but I just spent the most wonderful half hour I've ever spent in my life. I was listening to my own radio show. And I don't know, I was so comical, you know? I said so many funny things. Oh, I know what you're thinking, you know, but I really believe that a man should be honest with himself. If there's anything I hate, is when a comedian is great and won't admit it. I've never met one like that, but if I did, I'd hate it. And one thing about me, lady, I'm honest. I really am, you know? If any other comedian has a bad show, I'm the first one to admit it. I talk about it all the time. But I have my faults. I'm not perfect or anything. I'm too easygoing and I'm not overly ambitious. But then after all, I don't want to be the richest man in the world, you know. America is big enough for me. But, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, I announced 3 weeks ago that tonight, Mary Livingston was going to be on my show, you see. But unfortunately, we had to postpone it because there was a big mix-up and everything. You see, when the producer asked Mary to be on my show, I told Mary to ask for a lot of money, you see. I forgot that I was paying for it. So, instead of Mary, tonight we have Humphrey Bogart as our guest star. And, really, I'm getting him fairly reasonable. You know how tough he is on the screen? You know what a tough guy knows nothing about business. Nothing at all. Well, anyway, this show that I'm going to do... Jack. What is it, Bob?
Jack, I want to talk to you a minute.
What is it?
Well, I just heard that you talked with the producer, and there's a possibility of my song being out of this show.
Yeah, well, look, Bob, the reason for that is, see, this show is very, very long, you see, and we had to make up our minds whether we take out your song or my jokes, you see, and then we thought we would do what was best for the show.
Oh, well, then my song is in.
No, Bob, we felt that it would be much more important, you see, to leave in my jokes.
You mean your jokes are more important than my song?
Yes. My jokes stay in and your song goes out.
Well, that's like keeping the smog and throwing away Los Angeles.
Well, keeping the smog and throwing away Los Angeles.
Pretty clever line, isn't it?
Yes.
What's in my next TV show? I'm on TV 5 times a week.
I thought you were tired. Let's see that. Now look at Bob. Your song is out, and that's it. You see, I'm running this show. I'm the boss. It's my show, and I'm running it, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent.
Well, that's what the critics said about your last show.
What?
Said Bob was good, Jack was bad, and the audience was indifferent.
Look, Bob, go and get ready for the play, will you?
All right.
You know, I can't understand. He's the toughest guy to get along with. You know, he's only been with me a short time, you know. And the only reason I hired him at all was because I wanted him, you know, I wanted him to introduce me to his brother Bing. Then I found out he didn't even know him. Well, anyway, as I said, the reason that I've got Humphrey Bogart on this show, I want to tell you about the play that I'm going to do with Humphrey Bogart, is because my sponsor called me yesterday, I believe it was, and my sponsor, he's an awfully nice fellow, and my sponsor told me that he had a feeling, you know, he likes my shows. He likes my TV shows very, very much. But he had a feeling that I wasn't doing the integrated commercials. He said I wasn't making the middle commercials in the show important enough. You know, and after all, my sponsor is paying the bills and everything, and he has the privilege of making suggestions, you see. Of course, I don't have to take the suggestions. No, I have the privilege of quitting. But I don't want to abuse the privilege. So tonight on this show, in case you notice that we stress the commercial, you know I'm doing it. I'm doing it because...
Jack, what's this I hear about you writing me out of the commercial on this show?
Well, Don, look at... Wait, am I going to have trouble with you, too?
You very well may.
Oh, I very well may. Well, Don, the reason you're not doing the commercial, see, is because I have another very important way of doing it.
Now, just a minute, Jack.
Yes?
What's more important about the commercial than the way I do it?
Look, Don, you don't fit into it this way. I mean, hurting the script for the sake of your commercial is like keeping the smart and throwing away Los Angeles.
Now, ladies, Jack, look, don't you know what my doing this commercial means to me? Now, after all, I'm not a funny man. I don't tell jokes. I'm not an actor. I don't sing songs. I don't lead a band. What are you paying me for?
Don, you're hanging yourself. We'll talk about it later. The fellow been with me 20 years. I can't understand why I have so much trouble with everybody in my cast. But everybody. Always complaining. Always unhappy. I don't know. Maybe if I gave them more money, nah. Better they should be unhappy than me. But anyway, well, we've got to get on now. So, ladies and gentlemen, now tonight, we're going to offer a real dramatic play called Babyface, starring Humphrey Bogart. On with the show. This is the 24th Precinct Police Station, situated in the heart of New York's theatrical district. This is the detective squad room. Here crime, with its quick, easy promise, is shorn of its flimsy veneer and revealed in its sordid, squalid reality. To this room come people from all walks of life. The flotsam and the jetsam, the hoy and also the polloi. The man you see at the typewriter is Detective Sergeant Crosby. The man looking through the file, standing behind Crosby to his right, which would be to your left on the screen, or to your right, and his left, well, anyway, he's Detective Wilson, and he's to everybody's right and left. You can't miss it. The men who just came in are Detective O'Brien and a suspect he has just arrested.
Well, where'd you pick this one up, O'Brien?
I picked them up in an alley, Nick.
I thought I was trying to start a fire in a warehouse.
He may be that firebug we've been looking for. Take him up and let the captain have a look at him.
God, get in there. Come on, get in there.
O'Brien was an honest cop. We could tell that from the clothes he wore. Incidentally, my name is Lieutenant Benny. I should be arriving at the office any minute. Oh, here I come now. I took off my hat and coat. I hung them up on the hall tree. With Wilson and Crosby. I had heard a funny story last night, and I passed it on to the boys. Although I was a tough boss and a stickler for work, I had a lot of charm, and the boys loved me. I didn't see that. Hello? Precinct 24. Yeah? Detective Benny speaking. Just a minute. 385 Madison Avenue, eh? Window pried open? Uh-huh. Screen loose. No fingerprints. Must be the cat burglar, all right. We'll get him.
Oh, the cat burglar again, huh?
Yeah. It's the 15th cat he stole this week.
My cat's afraid to go out at night.
I don't blame her.
Hey, Lieutenant. Here's Officer Sweeney's report. You know, he went over to Brooklyn to pick up that strip teaser.
Strip teaser? That was 4 days ago.
Yeah, I know, but Sweeney wants to make sure she's guilty before he brings her in.
I tried to arrest her myself, but I couldn't get anything on her. Better pick up these files. Well, Slim Finger Sarah.
I caught her over at the automat. She was lifting the nickels out of the slots.
Again, eh? You can go, Burke. I'll take care of her.
Take your filthy hands off me.
Come on.
I said take your filthy hands off me.
All right. Don't holler. This ain't the first time you've been pinched.
You're telling me I'm black and blue all over.
Hey, Lieutenant, wasn't she in here about a month ago?
Yeah, she's the slickest pickpocket in the country. Operates all over town. Last time I arrested her was at the zoo.
Zoo?
Yeah. She picked a baby kangaroo out of its mother's pouch. What made you do a silly thing like that?
To me, a pocket is a pocket.
Now make it easy on yourself and sign that confession. Maybe I'll give you a break.
Oh, no, you don't. I ain't signing nothing till I talk to my lawyer. And besides, I'm entitled to make one phone call.
These crooks know their rights, all right. Go ahead.
Hello, Shirley? And this is Sarah. Yeah. And say, Shirley, will you do me a favor? Yeah, run across to my apartment, will you? The key is under the mat. And Shirley, there's a pot roast on the stove in the kitchen. That's right. Just lower the gas on it, huh? Yeah, very low. I won't be home for 90 days.
Why didn't you call your lawyer?
No, I pot roast.
All right, sit down. I'll take care of you later.
So you may forgive me. You're still on my mind. Look over your shoulder. I'm walking behind.
My song, they cut out.
But I shall wish again.
I was typing out a report on Slim Finger Sarah when the door opened. And there were Detective Simmons and Ross. They had brought in a vicious gunman, a killer named Babyface Bogart. I didn't mind the applause he got on his entrance, but I resented the fact that Crosby and Wilson joined in. It looked like this time we had Bogart dead to rights. According to Detective Simmons and Ross, a little crook named Blinky Mason had been shot to death. They picked up Bogart a few yards from the scene of the crime with a smoking .45 in his hand. Come over here. Sit down over there. All right, babyface. Start talking. What do you know about Blinky Mason?
I tell you, I ain't never heard of no Blinky Mason. Who cares if he was raised in a tenement and his mother said he was a nice little boy? Or his teacher, a sweet gray-haired old lady, cried when he graduated. And his brother owns a haberdashery store in Schenectady. I don't even know his girlfriend, a blonde dame that works in an aircraft factory. Or his boyhood chum that ran away from home and went to Australia.
Wait a minute, babyface. If you don't know Blinky Mason, how come you know so much about him?
I seen it on This Is Your Life.
What?
Gee, how I cried when they brought in a warden that he hadn't seen for 20 years.
The warden?
Yeah. Hey, you know they flew that guy all the way out from Sing Sing by TWA.
Now, babyface. You killed Blinky Mason, I'm going to get a confession out of you.
Then how you going to do that? Beat me?
He very well may.
When Mason was knocked off, you were standing there with a gun. And listen to this.
I'm walking behind.
Turn that thing off. Now, what did you do with that gun?
Now, wait a minute, before you start any rough stuff. I'm entitled to one phone call, ain't I?
Well, yeah.
Okay, give me a dime and I'll run down to the drugstore.
Oh, no, you don't. You'll make that phone call right here where I can keep my eye on you.
Yeah, and save a dime.
Yeah.
Hello, Shirley?
Shirley?
Yeah, well, listen, honey, this is Babyface. Yeah, well, I won't be home a little later. Oh, that's too bad. Now, what were we going to have for dinner, honey? Hot roast.
I could have told him that.
Like a dirty crook.
Yeah. Now listen, Shirley, I want you to do something for me. You go in the living room and over by the fireplace, and inside of the fireplace, there's 2 loose boards. Now listen, you lift up those boards and you stick your arm in, and inside there's a package. Yeah, well, that's my lawn. Yeah, listen, I want it back by Friday.
Why didn't you call your lawyer?
Because I don't like the way he does my shirt.
Now, you killed Blinky Mason, didn't you?
I didn't do it, and I got a witness.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah!
Why don't one of you guys practice?
Time for lunch.
I'll go with you. Oh, no. You're not going to leave me alone with this guy. Get over there and sit down. All right, babyface. You can start talking now. I want to hear about that witness. What about it?
Well, I don't know his name, but he was standing right alongside of me at the time of the murder.
Oh, he was, eh?
Yeah.
What was he doing?
Well, he's just standing there. He had,
What do you look like?
well, he was a curly-headed guy. He was about 5'10". He had a gray suit on and brown eyes.
Oh, yeah? What color hair?
He was bald.
Wait a minute, you said he was a curly-headed guy.
That's right, no hair, just a curly head.
I ain't buying that, babyface. Start thinking.
Walking behind.
Not you! Let's get back to that witness again. What was he doing?
Well, he was holding a cigarette in his hand.
Yeah? What kind of a cigarette? I said what kind of a cigarette?
Well, he was, I ain't gonna talk.
I said what kind of a cigarette?
All right. It was a lucky strike.
Now we're getting somewhere. A lucky strike, eh? What made you think it was a lucky strike?
I ain't talking.
What made you think it was a lucky strike?
Because it was the round to find so fully packed so free and easy on the draw.
Can you remember that, Wilson?
Are you kidding?
One more question, babyface. What was he doing with that cigarette?
He was peeling it.
Peeling it, eh? How'd you know it wasn't a banana?
Because they let me taste it. It was a lucky strike, all right, because luckies taste bad. Fresher, fresher, smoother. Lucky strike, lucky strike.
All right. What else?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing. No, nothing. Beats better taste.
I knew we'd get him to talk. Lock him up, fellas.
All right, get him up. Get over there, you too. I swore to get you, Benny.
Why?
Because you never leave me alone, because you've been hounding me, just because I pulled a couple of lousy murders.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to put a red eye between them 2 blue ones.
Where'd you get the gun?
You didn't fit me so good when I came in, did you?
No. So when I put my hand in your pocket, I found $1 bill, and I got so excited I didn't look at it. Look at baby face. Look at, I'm not mad at you or anything. Look at, I didn't want to die. Look, I'm too young to die. Honest I am. I'm a nice guy. I'll leave you alone. Everybody loves me. Everybody. You love me, don't you, pal?
All right, copper, start praying. I'm gonna let you have it.
Oh, yeah? I know your type, babyface. You're all alike. You're pretty brave with that gun in your hand, ain't you? Throw that gun away, I'll show you a coward.
Okay. How about that? Come on, Sarah, let's go get that pot roast. Be my guest.
I'm walking behind you.
We'll be back in just a moment with the special guest Humphrey Bogart, but first, a word from Dorothy Collins.
Smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is, Lucky's tastes better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's tastes better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Richer tasting fine tobacco.
Lucky's tastes better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
Sure, Lucky's taste better. Everybody knows Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Fine, light, mild tobacco that just naturally tastes better. And Lucky's are made better. They're round and firm and fully packed to draw freely and smoke evenly. With fine tobacco in a better-made cigarette, golly, you're just bound to get better taste. Smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste, you know. And the fact of the matter is, Lucky's tastes better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
When the sketch was over, I found that I had enjoyed it even more than my radio show. I was laughing so much I could hardly thank Humphrey Bogart for helping me give such a great performance. Bogey told me that he thought he had handled his role extremely well. He believes in being honest with himself, too. Then he told me about his new picture, Beat the Devil, with Jennifer Jones. Then I told him about the last picture I made. Oh, I almost forgot to tell the audience that I'll be doing my next television show in 3 weeks. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be with you 3 weeks from today. And I believe, I'm pretty sure my guest star is going to be Johnny Ray. You see, I feel that I'm responsible for Johnny Ray's success. Because when I offered him a job a long time ago, he asked me for an awful lot of money, and I cried. And then he stole that from me. So he's going to be my guest. Thank you very much.
Appearing on tonight's program were Sarah Berner and Benny Rubin. Remember, 1 week from tonight on this same station, Ann Southern returns in Private Secretary. The Jack Benny program has been brought to you by Lucky Strike, product of the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes. This is Don Wilson saying, be happy, go lucky.
Last night, I made a wish on a star. The star answered.
This Thanksgiving, the star with such power, I can do anything.
I have to stop him.
Be careful.
From Television City in Hollywood, we bring you the Jack Benny program with his special guest, Johnny Ray, presented by Lucky Strike.
Do-da-do-da-do-da.
Lucky's tastes better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's tastes better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Richer tasting fine tobacco.
Lucky's tastes better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
You can actually see why Lucky's taste better when you strip the paper from a Lucky by tearing down the seam. First, you see Lucky's are made better, made round and firm and fully packed to draw freely and smoke evenly. And second, you see Lucky's are made of long strands of fine, light, naturally mild tobacco. Everybody knows LSMFT. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. So remember,
Lucky's tastes better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's tastes better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Lucky Strike program. Well, here I am again. And as much as I like television, and I do, and I'm really crazy about television, the only thing that bothers me is that I hate the fact that we have to have our rehearsals, every Saturday and Sunday. Because in that way I have to miss all of the big football games that we have, particularly this time of year. And, you see, I love football, I'm such a fan of football. As a matter of fact, I played football when I was a kid. I used to play with the Waukegan Wildcats. And, of course, this was years and years ago, way, way back. As a matter of fact, we had the Statue of Liberty play before there was a Statue of Liberty. And, of course, the game, football, was so much rougher in those days. Were you ever stopped on the 20-yard line by a tomahawk? And that's about the silliest thing I'll say today, I think. No, really, in those days, when they cheered for the Indians, they didn't mean Stanford. Well, anyway, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as you probably know, by the way, Mary, how do I look in Palm Springs? She's there right now. As you probably know, today, on my television show, my guest star is Johnny Ray. And I must tell you that I almost did not get him for this show. And, I didn't sign the contract until a week ago. It was a week ago last Thursday. That's right, a week ago last Thursday. You know what happened? Well, let me show you. Let me show you exactly what happened. Must have hung up. I wonder... phone. Did you hear the phone? Well, why didn't you answer it?
This is my day off.
Well, Rochester, even if it is your day off, couldn't you pick up the receiver? And anyway, if your day off is so precious, you know, if it means so much to you, what are you doing sitting here?
I had nobody to go out with.
Oh, well, what about the girl you went out with the last time I gave you a day off?
Since then, she got married and has 2 children.
Oh, she threw you over, eh, and fell in love with somebody else?
Oh, no, boss. She still loves me, but she married this other fellow on account of money.
Money, huh? You mean he was rich?
No, but he had some.
Hey, Rochester, you know, I had a real tough day today.
You did?
Yeah. Had to rehearse my radio show and take a lot of publicity pictures. Boy, I'm really tired out.
You are?
Mm-hmm. You know, I was thinking on the way home, too. Here it is, Rochester's day off, and I'll be all alone. I'll have to fix my own lunch. Yeah, I'm glad you stayed home. You know, I don't even know where the eggs are.
You'll find them in the refrigerator.
Oh, all right. I'm going to fix myself a cheese omelet or something. Are you sure the eggs are in the refrigerator?
Yeah, you'll find them on the top shelf.
Oh, yeah. Well, they couldn't have been in here very long. One of the eggs is still warm.
Put on your glasses. You got the light bulb.
Rochester, where's the frying pan?
In the drawer in the stove.
Look, Maestro, I hate to bother you all the time. See, but how do you make a cheese omelet? I mean, what do you have to use besides eggs?
Well, some cheese and some milk, and if you like it kind of thick, add a little flour.
Mm-hmm. Flour, huh? Where's the flour?
In the right-hand cupboard on the bottom shelf.
Oh, yeah.
Ah! Look out for the mouse trap! You'll find some cheese.
I got some.
Boss, there's someone at the door.
I hear it.
He's coming.
I'm coming.
Between the phone ringing and the door buzzer, I'm a nervous wreck.
Hello, Don.
Hi, Jack. How are you? Good to see you. Hello, Rochester.
Oh, hello, Mr. Wilson.
Jack, what's the matter with Rochester? Why didn't he answer the door?
This is his day off, so he stayed in the house. He didn't feel like going anyplace. Look at Don, I'm fixing lunch here, a cheese omelet. You want to come in the kitchen and help me, and I'll fix it for both of us?
No, Jack. No more food for me. Not me. I don't want any more food, you know.
Don, you?
That's right.
Well, what happened?
Well, now, I'll tell you what happened, Jack. You know, for the past 3 months, I've been on a very strict diet. Well, I don't know what happened, but I'm just tired of carrying around 260 pounds. Well, this morning, when I got on the bathroom scales after I took my shower, I found I weighed 215 pounds.
Well, what are you mad about? 215 pounds? That means you lost 45 pounds.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And I found out my stomach was hanging on the wash basin.
Oh, Don, you made that up, huh?
Yeah.
That's a wonderful joke. We can use it on the radio show.
You like that?
Yeah. Rochester, that's a wonderful joke. Why didn't you laugh?
This is my day off.
Excuse me, Don. I'm going to fix myself an omelet here.
Okay, Jack.
Gosh, Roch.
Glad he left the room.
Why?
I'm afraid he's going to ask me about the commercial I'm supposed to do on the television show, and I just can't think of an idea.
Well, Mr. Wilson, it shouldn't be hard to think of nice things to say about Lucky Strikes.
Oh, I don't have any trouble with that, Rochester, but I want a musical commercial, and doggone it, I just can't come up with anything.
Well, what about that old song that's becoming very popular again? When the Red, Red Robins come bobbing along.
We just did that on radio.
Oh, yeah.
Look, Rochester, I've used about 20 matches. Now, how do you like the stove?
It's electric. Mr. Wilson?
Yeah?
I know a song that you could use. It's one of my favorites, too.
What is it?
On the Sunny Side of the Street.
Hey, that's a great song, Rochester. You think it'll lend itself to the commercial?
Oh, I don't see why not. You could do something like, Flint, I tell you what, you could do something like this. Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worries on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the lucky side of the street. Yeah. Smoke an LMT, and you'll never have a rough one. Life can be so sweet on the lucky side of the street. Just let your taste tell you why. Lucky Strike you should buy, and you say, oh my, what smoothness and mildness. Yes, it's LSMFT. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Just direct your feet to the lucky side of the street. Lucky Strike you should buy, and you say, oh my, what blueness and mildness. Yes, LSMFT. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Just direct your feet to the lucky, lucky side of the street.
Really, that was a great idea. Wonderful. Thanks, fella. Thanks a lot.
Anytime.
Okay. I get it.
Oh, darn it, there's someone at the door.
Don't worry, boy.
Oh, thanks, Rochester.
Mr. Wilson's getting it.
Who is it, Don?
That's your boy, Jack. He brought this envelope for you.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Don.
Jack, I gave the boy a quarter tip.
Well, it was nice of you, Don. Hey, Don. This is the contract that Johnny Ray sent over. You know he's going to be on my television show.
It's great, Jack. You're awful lucky to get him.
I'll say I am. Give me a pen. Where's the pen?
Here's mine, Jack.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Don. Boy, I'm tickled to death I could get Johnny Ray for the show. Yeah. Hey, wait a minute.
What's the matter?
I'm not going to sign a thing like this.
Why not?
Well, he's got a lot of nerve for asking for this kind of money.
How much?
He wants $10,000.
Look, Jack, I know $10,000 is a lot of money, but Johnny's worth it.
Who's worth $10,000?
Look, Johnny Ray always gets that much money for his personal appearance.
He always gets $10,000?
Yes.
Then why is he crying all the time? Look, Don, I'm not giving it. Now, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. I'm going over to his house and tell him a thing or two about...
Wait just a minute, Jack. Calm down a little bit. Now, please don't make a fool of yourself. After all, Johnny Ray's a big star. And his singing style is so unique. Why, Jack, I saw Johnny on a show once, and he had the women in the audience just hysterical. They really were in ecstasy. Why, they even tore off pieces of their clothing and threw them up on the stage.
Oh, Don, that's a lot of foolish, emotional women. If he thinks I'm going to give him $10,000 for this one performance, he's got another guest coming. Now, I'm going over there and tell him a thing or two right now.
Look, Jack, I go right by Johnny's house on my way home. You want me to drop you off?
Yes, Don, thanks.
All right,
I'll go
come
over
on.
right now and find out. So long, Rochester. I'll see you later.
They're on the piano, Mr. Ray.
How do you do? I'm Jack Benny. Is Mr. Ray in? I'd like to speak to him.
Yes, he is. I'll tell him you're here.
Well, thank you. Thank you very, very much.
Hi, Jack.
Oh, hello, Johnny. Hello.
Yeah, make yourself
Well, thank
at
you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Anything I can do for you?
No, not a thing. Johnny, I just came over here. I wanted to talk to you about your appearance on my television show.
Jack, I've been doing a lot of thinking about that. It's going to be a lot of fun.
For you, yes. Look, Johnny, you know, I got that contract you sent over, you see, and I couldn't think of signing a thing like this.
You mean the deal is off?
No, it's not off entirely. I mean, I don't want to sign the contract that you gave me, but I brought a contract over myself that I'd like to have you sign.
Breathe it in. Unwrap and ungrind. When Kinder Bueno meets your coffee, life gets bueno.
See just how peaceful today can be. Catch it.